Well, hello friends, welcome in. If you're watching this part of today's tutorial, you're most likely watching the replay because I have not seen anyone jump on yet. If you see the red live icon in the upper left of your screen, that means you're watching me live. I'm going to tag us and share us and wait for a few friends to hop on. You're coming over from Catherine down a flagstone path, and up next, right after me, is Kim's Wreaths Decor and more. Kim's Gifts Decor and more. We have two Kims in our community, and their business names are so similar. Hey, Christine. Kim's Wreaths Decor and more, and Kim's Gifts Decor and more. I get them confused all the time, and I do apologize. Okay, tagged us and shared us. I can go through the lineup while we have about one more minute until my time slot. I'm to begin today at 3. So let me pull up today's lineup and go through and share. It is on my page, so if you get lost anywhere along the way today, feel free to go back and watch the graphic. So Shelby kicked us off this morning at 5 a.m., Designs by Team Rex. 8 a.m. was Glitzy Creations by Ginger. 9 a.m. was The Crafty Ma'am. 11 a.m. was Cece's Dragonflies and Hearts. 12 p.m. was Flowertown Crafts. 1 p.m. was Lydia's Creations. 2 p.m. right before me was Down a Flagstone Path. I'm on in the 3 o'clock spot. 4 p.m. right after me is Kim's Gifts and Decor, our fearless leader, Kim. 5 p.m. is Kathleen Cabradella. 6 p.m. is my friend Sam from Comey's Crafting Corner. 7 p.m. is Shay's Creations, and 8 p.m. is Raymond the Ever Crafter. And again, like I said, if you get lost along the way, that graphic is on my page. Hey Tisha, thank you for sprinkling. Hello Heidi, welcome in. Okay, as you come in, say hi, so I know you're here. Thank you for the prayers, Tisha. Appreciate it so much. All right, guys, how's everyone doing? Are you trying to keep warm? I'm sure it's cold where you are because it's cold, I want to say, everywhere in the United States, even Florida. So, hey, Jeanette, welcome in. Hi, guys. Can everyone hear me and see me okay? Love Bug. There's my bestie, Carissa. Hi, Tina McCune. How are you? Welcome in. Are you guys trying to stay warm? My husband doesn't know yet, but I'm going to grab him when he finishes work today. And we need to go out and wrap our palm trees because we have 3 big palm trees in our yard, and they are not accustomed to this cold. And this weekend, they're saying we're even supposed to get here on the coast, the southeast coast of North Carolina, they're saying we're supposed to get a snowstorm. You guys, palm trees don't do snow. Aloha, Kathleen. How are you, sweet lady? So I reached out to my landscaper. He said we can wrap them with blankets. There is also frost protection material you can get from Lowe's, and you can wrap them with burlap. Basically, nothing plastic. It has to be breathable because you don't want to suffocate them. But we're gonna go out and wrap. It's freezing cold out, guys. We're gonna have to bundle up, but we need to go out and wrap them. My one in the backyard that struggled after last year's storm is struggling again. All the palm fronds at the top have turned brown. They did that last year, and in the spring they all fell off, and it was just the palm base, the palm tree base, and it over the summer new green started coming out. So it was up like maybe about this tall off the crown of the palm tree. And then winter came and all this cold, and now all of that new growth is all brown again. So We need to wrap it. The landscaper says as long as we protect the crown, and like I said, he said we could just use a blanket. So I know we have some moving blankets in the garage. We could just grab them, but I'm not sure if he has twine. So thank you, Tisha. We might have to run to Lowe's to get some twine as we put the blanket around to wrap it. He might have some, I don't know, but we need to do them because this weekend, the models are all over the place. We're either gonna get nothing, or we're gonna get 3 to 5 inches, or we're gonna get like 8 to 12 inches. They literally don't know. They literally don't know. It all depends on if it stays out at sea off of our coast, or if it comes inland. So. All right, we're gonna work on, I'm gonna work on today finishing some custom orders. And as soon as I get these knocked out, I have a few new ones that I can start. Oh, Carissa, yeah, I'm sure the service while you're flying is challenging at best, so. All right, so this is a custom order. You guys saw me make this last week, I think. Little penguin. She's been sitting off to the side drying. She's so cute. I can remove this because her little scarf is dry enough that it's not going to stick to her body. This is my very last acrylic snowflake. So I can continue to make stuff like this, but I can't put any more of them on the snowflake because it's my last one from my stash, and Hobby Lobby has gotten rid of all of their holiday and Christmas. They should leave the winter and the snowman and the snowflake stuff out. Hi, Cece. How are you? Welcome. Y'all, because, I mean, it's like cold and winter out. People, I'm not ready for bunnies yet. I know a lot of people have already moved on to spring and bunnies. I like to create in the season. Like Christmas time, I like to do Christmas stuff. I wasn't ready to do Valentine's in December. Some people like to get a jump on things, but I like to create like in the season. And right now it's freezing out, so I'm all about winter and mittens and snowmen and snowflakes and penguins and icicles. Next month I'll be ready to move on to bunnies in spring. I don't do a heck of a lot for Valentine's, guys. All right, so this little penguin is just sweet as can be. I did her cookie style, meaning double layers. She's super adorable. I love her so much. We are gonna add some pink fine glitter to her little feet and her beak. Hey, Lori, welcome in. Welcome, everyone. I hope I didn't miss anyone, but if I did, welcome. I'm doing great, Cece. I hope you are. I hope you are too. All right, I'm gonna grab my smallest glue brush and bring it over because this little girl is small and I don't want to get any glue on her face or body. I want it to just stay on her little beak and her little feet. She's so cute. I made one of these for me, and it's on my little winter tree. So cute. So what's everyone doing today? Tina, hello. How are you? Tina, my friend who lives in Tennessee, how is your weather? Did you lose your power? My other friend Brenda lives in Tennessee, and she's like, power's been on this whole time, and now this morning they lost power. I know that it's been so cold that the ice is still on the trees, and the trees are still snapping onto the lines and bringing down the power poles. So there's that. It's always like worse after the storm than like during the storm. during the storm, it's like it's just ramping up. And then after the storm, I mean, those lines just can't take the weight of all that ice. Those poor trees, I've been seeing pictures. The poor trees are just bent over in half. Okay, that's good. That is good. So yeah, we are going to, when my husband finishes work, he doesn't know yet, but we're gonna go outside and we are gonna wrap the trunks of my palm trees. They're not an inexpensive tree, so I wanna just do whatever I can to protect them. You know what I'm saying, guys? Palm trees typically are $100 per foot. So if you're installing a 6-foot palm tree, you can kind of plan on $600. I don't remember the size of ours when they were put in. That's right, you are in Kentucky, that's right. Frigid cold. Yeah. It's frigid cold here too. So I can only imagine, because you're like 10 hours north. I can only imagine. It's frigid cold in Florida. My brother-in-law lives in Sarasota. He's in Tennessee right now at his cabin, so he's dealing with the icing in Tennessee, but he's a mountain man, so he loves it. He's a Marine. He knows how to live off the grid. He actually fought in Desert Storm, and his platoon was lost for 9 days. So, they were living under the radar. Took out a whole row of utility lines. Oh my gosh, Kathleen. That's crazy. Whole row of utility lines, yeah. And it wasn't anything related to storm. It was just a guy not paying attention, driving his vehicle with an excavator on the back. That's cuckoo. I'm sorry, but at least you are not having the frigid temperatures, so you didn't have to worry about like losing your power and freezing, Kathleen. All right, so there she is, glittered. Her little beak, look at how cute. And her little feet, super sweet. Hi, Sam, how are you? Sam, you are smack dab in the tundra. We're all in the tundra. I was just saying, my husband and I are gonna go out and wrap the trunks of our palm trees when he finishes work today. He doesn't know it yet, but that's happening because they are struggling. They're turning brown. All the palm fronds are turning brown. We had that happen to one of ours last year because our palm trees are new-ish. We've only been in our house 2 years, so these palm trees have only been in the ground for 2 years, so they're still trying to establish themselves. And we had a cold snap last year, and one of them in the back, all the palm fronds turned brown, and in the spring they all fell off. And it took all summer long for it to like struggle and come back with some new green growth. So it had new green growth at the crown, maybe 12 or 18 inches tall. And now we got this cold again, and they've almost all turned brown again. So I reached out to the landscaper that did our yard, and he said you could wrap the trunks with blankets, or you could go get some of the frost material from Lowe's. So I know we have some of those thick moving blankets. We can use them, but I'm not sure if we have twine. We might have to go get twine. She's cute, isn't she? She's a cutie. We're working on finishing custom order stuff. I have a bunch of custom orders in all different stages of doneness. So we're trying to finish off as much as we can. I have this, 2 Daphne snow ladies snowflakes and a hot cocoa charcuterie board. I need to finish off, let them finish drying and ship them. I shipped a whole, did you guys see? I did a reel earlier. I shipped a whole, I spent an hour and a half this morning weighing and packaging and bubble wrapping and printing shipping labels and shipping stuff. Kathleen, your cousin's stuff shipped out today. It was so nice to meet her yesterday on the live sale. So what's everyone doing? Sam, I know you're working. Sam, I tell you this all the time. You truly amaze me. You are like the Energizer Bunny. I don't know how you do all you do. Sam works a full-time job, supports her family, works her business full-time, basically, and then has all of her extracurricular shows and plays and musicals and things. I don't know how you do it all, Sam. You are an inspiration. All right, I need to set this down because I need to put glue on the little part that I'm holding. So let me get a little smaller piece of parchment so I don't get glue on my big piece. This is the one you're working on orders, Tina. Nice. That's always a nice thing to be working on orders. All right, I need a toothpick so I can hold it without getting glue all over my fingers. Married to your cousin. Oh, nice, Kathleen. She was adorable yesterday on my live sale. She got 3 cutie patootie things. I was so happy for her. And like I said, it was really nice to meet her through you. Okay, that's probably sufficiently glued. Let's go ahead and add our glitter. We're using blue Hawaiian. Sam, you don't either. I know, right? People tell me that, but I mean, my schedule is busy, but not busy like you. Not busy like you. All of the things, right? Keep all the balls juggling up in the air as long as you can. Right? All right. Liberally sprinkling with this gorgeous, gorgeous blue Hawaiian sweet glitter. And I'm going to just set this off to the side and let it sink in and do its thing before I tap it off because it was very gluey. Bailey's in here with me, so say a prayer, guys, that she doesn't decide to start rolling around and doing the wild thing on the little carpet. I just put that on. All right, let's put the cap back on our glue for now. Let's bring our snowflake over. Let's make our bow and attach our jingle bell. You guys have seen me do this before with the snowman snow globe, the snow globe with the puppy and the snowman. I've done one of these with the penguin. They've been really popular and a very good seller for me this winter season. So, like I said, I'm sad. This is my last. I wonder if we still can grab them Hobby Lobby online. Because sometimes when the stores are out, they still have them online. I should look. Does anyone know if they have anything similar to this, like at the $17 stores? You guys know what I mean? The stores previously known as the dollar stores. The $17 stores. All right, we'll make a little bow. Like I said, this is for a custom order. She ordered this ornament and one of the little puppies I made a few weeks ago, so I'm gonna have to start working on the puppy. I worked until probably 9 o'clock last night on 2 more Daphnes that I got orders for. They have been a popular one. All right, I like doing 3 loops on either side for my bows that I have been doing on these little snowflake acrylic ornaments. I like big bows, big fluffy bows. I think bows, whether it's on a project like this or if it's attached to a character that you've made, just really bring it to life. Pretty, I love ribbon, guys. I love ribbon, I love fabric. You guys know I used to be a quilter back in the day, and for about 5 years, I used to hand make American Girl doll clothes and matching little girl and doll outfits, and I used to sell them on consignment at a local consignment store. I did that when my kids were young. I've always worked from home, guys. I've always worked from home. I did stuff like that before I started Paper Sweeties. And then in 2010, I started working on Paper Sweeties, launched my website in 2012. And I've been working Paper Sweeties since 2012. It has morphed and I have pivoted. I'm not so much doing the paper crafting side anymore, meaning I'm not illustrating and producing new stamps and dies anymore because the industry has changed. The youngins, they don't want stamps and dies and ink pads. They don't want all this stuff. They just want to do everything digital. So it basically has put a lot of stamp and die companies out of business because sales have gone down. As people like, my age get older and are not buying as much and are not, stamping, scrapbooking with the stamps and dies, sales have gone down. All the young ones want to do everything digital. They don't want the stuff. Hi, Angel. Welcome in. Hi, Lulu. Welcome. How's everyone doing? All right. Pull that zip tie as tight as I can. Let's snip off our ends. Give them a nice finished edge. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by today. I appreciate you visiting with me for a little bit. I know everyone's days are really busy, so I certainly do appreciate you taking the time to stop by and say hi. Did you guys see that I launched a sale this morning? A one-day embellishment sale? 25% off with the coupon WINTER on my website, papersweeties.com. So if you need to stock up on any embellishments, today's the day to do it. Hey, Ramona, how are you? Ramona, did you see? I launched a one-day flash embellishment sale today. 25% off. So if anyone needs to stock up on sweet glitter or cabochons or candies or sequins or confetti circle sprinkles, glitter mixes, today's the day to do it. The coupon will expire tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. See, you guys, 3 loops on each side. It makes such a fluffy, pretty bow. We'll add it to our snowflake, and then to cover the zip tie in the middle, I add a little white jingle bell from my stash. All right, so I'm gonna add a nice, good dollop of hot glue because we're gluing the zip tie and the ribbon bow onto this acrylic snowflake. So hot glue will work. And say it with me, class. Hi, Susan, sweet friend. How are you today? I can't do heart because I'm holding it, holding it, holding it. Hi, Wendy. There's my other sweetie friend. How you doing? Are you home from work? We're working on finishing some custom orders so I can get them off into the mail. Get them out of here and get them to their new homes. How you guys doing? Are you staying warm? So cold, I can't take it, you guys. I can't take it. Watching me on lunch break. Susan, quit your job. Wendy, quit your job. If only, right guys? If only. All right, let's add our jingle bell in the middle. That will just cover the zip tie in the situation there in the middle. Okay, Ramona, sounds good. Yep, use the coupon winter and it's 25% off any full price in stock embellishment. Includes everything, sprinkles, glitters, glitter cord. Hi Pam, how are you? Guys, I have a little space heater going next to me because it's been so cold. I told you my craft room is to the front of my house and our HVAC unit is all the way in the back. If only, right, Susan? So that hot air has a long way to travel by the time it gets here. This room stays a little bit on the cooler side in the winter and a little bit on the warmer side in the summer because it's the room furthest away from our HVAC unit. Okay, that looks so pretty. Like I said, guys, how pretty that would be to just do a bunch of just those on your tree. Why didn't I buy so many more of these? I bought a couple of packages of these, but I should have bought like way more before they went bye-bye at Hobby Lobby. If anyone knows where I can score some, let me know. I'm gonna check Hobby Lobby online. Because I mean, it's cold out, guys. I'm not ready for bunnies. And I'm ready for them, but to create with them, I'm not ready. When it's like 30 degrees out, I'm thinking snowmen, snowflakes, little penguins, you know, all the cold wintry things. All right, we're gonna attach the penguin and then we'll come back in and add the bow on her hair. So I'm putting her far down, guys, words, far enough down to allow for me to add her bow. And I'm gonna do it on this, hey cat, how are you? I'm going to add the glue with the parchment paper underneath because it's going to seep through and get gluey underneath and I don't want it to get on my table. So I think I want to do, this is an old, almost used up. I'm trying to get that last tiny little bit of super glue out of the bottom. I feel like, guys, it always goes to waste because your brush gets yucky and it's hard to get that last little bit out to use it. I feel like that last little bit goes to waste. So I'm gonna liberally do this super glue on the back of this cutie patootie penguin. And then I'm also going to do a little bit of hot glue just for quick stick because we know hot glue doesn't play nice long term with foam clay, and a little bit of this gel super glue. A little bit there, a little bit there. Okay, we're gonna add her to our snowflake and push her down and hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it. I'm gonna hold it for 10 seconds. She's still drying. She's dry enough for me to handle, but I can feel as I'm pushing down on her, it's making indents. It's not still wet enough where the indents would stay, but it's not solid dry enough where it's not making indents. They'll puff back up. I'm not making permanent indents, but it still needs some dry time. You guys know the foam clay takes like a good 2 weeks, depending on how thick. All right, so there she is. I'm gonna hold her with my finger so she doesn't come off. Cute. All right, so let me check the bow that we added the glitter to. It might still be gloopy. If it's still gloopy, I'm not gonna handle it. We'll wait. We'll keep setting it aside and we'll wait. Yeah, it's still gloopy, guys. Look, I just made a huge mess. It's still a little wet on the edges, so we'll continue to let that glue dry. We'll come back to it. We'll go do something else and we'll come back to it. Taking this opportunity to rearrange any pieces. All right, let's get as much of this back in the hot tub as we can. Hey Dawn, how are you? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's get as much of this back in the hot tub with its friends as we can, so we don't make a huge mess. I dropped a little on my table. Of course I did. You guys see why there's always glitter all over my craft room at all times. It's so pretty, but it makes a mess. All right, let's take that off to the side. Move our pretty bow off to the side. Let that glue continue to dry. And we'll move her off to the side. We probably can come back to her. All right, so the next thing I have to finish up is this cute little charcuterie board someone ordered. Saw me make one on my live and reached out and wanted one. So let's bring my original one over so we can make it look identical to the first one. Super cute. It's a hot cocoa mini charcuterie board. A little cup of hot cocoa with a chocolate bar and a peppermint candy and marshmallows. It's on a snowflake and some ribbon candy Michelle Crafty Man printed for me. Debbie, glitter snowflake. It's the acrylic glittered snowflake from Hobby Lobby that I wish I had more of. That's my very, very last one. Some candies, peppermint sticks, a little itty bitty, teeny weeny s'more. And then look at this, guys. A little tiny, tiny jar of sprinkles. Oh my goodness, how cute. How cute, how cute, how cute. Albert, you are the wealth of information for our community. Do you know if Hobby Lobby has them still online? Those big acrylic snowflakes? Or are they completely gone? Completely gone. I wish I would have gotten more. I had them in my stash for weeks, and then I started using them making stuff, and then I started getting orders, and now they're gone, and I wish I had more. I wish I had more. All right, we're gonna add diamond dust onto the bottom of this little snowflake. The snowflake is like the saucer. This is the cup, and the snowflake is the little saucer that the cup is sitting on. Look at the little handle with the candy cane, you guys. So cute. That's one of those candy canes that was in, Albert, you're amazing. Same. Okay, I'll look at it. Thank you. Hi, Marianne. How are you? Sweet friend, how are you? Albert is a wealth of information, y'all. Holy cow. All right. I'm going to come back in with my smallest glue brush, and we're just going to add some glue onto the little snowflake, the little parts that stick out that you can see, and then we'll diamond dust them. Because, you know, guys, everything in my life has to have glitter. Right? 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 Love me some glitter. I just love things that are sparkly. What's everyone's plans for the weekend? Are you in an area where they're predicting more winter weather? Like I told you guys, they're predicting in our area here, snow. They're like, there's 3 different models. First model, it stays out to sea and we get nothing here on the Crystal Coast. Second model, it moves inland in our area and we get 3 to 5 inches. Third model is it moves inland and sits over us and we get 8 to 12 inches of snow. 8 to 12 inches of snow, forget about it. Just, I'll see you guys come spring, because we will be stranded in our neighborhood for days, if not weeks. They don't plow they barely do the main roads here, guys, because we just don't have the snow removal equipment like the north does. So they do what they can, plowing like the main roads and the interstates, but like the neighborhoods that are privately owned and managed, unless if our homeowners association hires like a private plowing company to come in, the town in that, they will not come in. They just leave it and they wait for it to melt. So literally, we have to go and get what we need as far as supplies, like today and tomorrow ahead of the storm, because we most likely, last year when we got the snow, we couldn't get out of our neighborhood for like 5 days. Susan, no bueno, girl. Right, Pam. Yeah, and they just really don't know, because it's still out over the ocean right now, and they just really don't know like what it's gonna do. They should be able to later in the day today, and definitely by tomorrow, be able to give us a little bit more definitive forecast. You guys, this little cup is so cute. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I'll hold it back up. Let me finish adding the diamond dust. He's so cute. If you missed my tutorial, it's been uploaded over to my YouTube channel, guys, because you know Facebook just wants to delete our videos. But I did use a styrofoam ball to make the little cup. See how sparkly the snowflake is? Snowflake should be. Pam, you're lucky, but you live north and you get lots of snow all the time. So we rarely get snow, so they don't include it in our annual budget. They don't include stuff like that in our annual budget because, I mean, last year was freakish that we got the snow, and we're getting it again this year, but it was like 5 years since we had snow here. I know, my brother-in-law, Angel, my brother-in-law lives in Sarasota, Florida, and he sent my husband a meme this morning. There was a little one of those mini, the meme was a little one of those Mini Cooper cars, and it was like all smashed and dented. One of the tires was popped and flat, and it had a little toy plow on the front of it, and the caption read, "Florida getting ready for snow." So funny, so funny. All right, let's place everything so we get our placement before I start gluing things down, guys. That's always a smart thing to do before you start adding your glue. Place all your goodies. how you want them. Cute. Our little sprinkle jar. Back to work. Bye, Susan. Love you. Don't work too hard. There is a little blue peppermint that snuck in there, and I don't like that, guys. I don't like the blue peppermint because all the other ones are the pink. I didn't see that when I put these sprinkles in. So pause, please. I had to remove it. We'll put this sprinkle. I got these little jars in a little pack of, I don't know, 6 or 10 of them from the Dollar Tree, guys. The Dollar Tree. All right, there. We just didn't want that little blue peppermint because there's no blue on this project. So I'll put it back in the sprinkle mix. It's just the cutest. I bought them months ago and they've been in my stash. Hey, Maricela. Hi, sweet twin. How are you? And I didn't know what I was gonna do with them until I came up with this project, and I'm like, oh, wait, those tiny little jars would be so cute, filled with sprinkles and added to the charcuterie board. All right. And again, I'm just placing my elements, like dry fitting things first before I add glue. It's always smart to do that, guys, before you do the glue. Hey, Debbie, welcome. Yep, Bailey was in here, Maricela, but she took off. She abandoned me. She went over to the couch where the blankets are, and I'm sure she made herself a little bed, and she's all snuggled in there. All right, so I'm gonna copy this one with my placement. That's just me, guys. Maybe you guys do your projects different. But do you guys, I know Wendy probably does, because Wendy and I craft a lot alike. Good, doing good. Preparing for Snowmageddon again. I just like to have all my bases covered and not have surprises, especially when I'm live. Okay, that looks good. So let's start with adding this peppermint candy. Michelle, how are you? I need to order some more stuffs. Did you see my snowman yesterday? It sold, and I have to make another one too. So I used Michelle's snowflake, Michelle's tiny cupcake liner, and Michelle's gumdrop on this cute little snow girl. Yeah. Super cute. Super cute. And the mitten. The mitten, I used Michelle's, one of Michelle's snowflakes on the mitten I did yesterday. It came out so cute. That's lavender martini sweet glitter, guys, on the lollipop, and grape confetti circle sprinkles on the snowflake, and pina colada on the meringue. Pina colada sweet glitter. I surprised myself with this, guys, because I kept telling y'all I don't do purple. Purple is one of my colors I don't really create with. Pam, stop. So are you going to get stuff this weekend and then again middle of the week? Oh my gosh. I can't with this weather anymore, guys. All right, 2 glues, because I'm gluing this silicone peppermint candy onto the ribbon. So 2 glues. Cute, right, Michelle? Yeah. It sold on my live sale yesterday, and then I got an order for 1 more. Purple? I know purple is your favorite. Oh, the mitten? The mitten? Yeah. The purple mitten. I know purple is one of your favorite colors, Michelle, so I was thinking of you and channeling you when I did that. All right. I'm gonna work my way back to front because I put like the larger things in back, so. And I'm gonna do 2 glues on pretty much all the elements. Just for good measure. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Sorry, but what is Michelle's store name? Cat, she's on here. It's Crafty Ma'am. Crafty Ma'am. She is my one-stop shop for all things 3D printed. I purchased all my 3D printed items from her. Yep, Crafty Ma'am. Here she is. She has the cutest stuff, guys. All right, 2 glues again. I'm being careful on the little jar because it's see-through and I don't want any glue seeping out. Yep, there she is. You're very welcome, a love bug. Yeah. Michelle knows I love her and I love her stuff. Yeah, I have lots and lots and lots of her stuff. Okay, let's do the cup. And we're gonna glue that snowflake bottom right to our charcuterie board. 2 glues, and I'm gonna be careful because I don't want any of the snowflake hanging off the charcuterie board. I want it, all on the board. Yes, she doesn't have a store, Kat, but at the top of her business page, she has albums pinned with a lot of her cutters and 3D printed items. And she rotates things in and out all the time. All right, let's do the cute little ribbon candy. These are among my favorites that Michelle offers. We'll add the ribbon candy right here in the corner. Projects come together really quick, guys, when you have your items pre-prepped. Like I might have been working on these, prepping these items last week with y'all. I can't remember, but they go pretty quick when you have things pre-prepped. So it sounds like everyone, almost everyone is gonna be in the bullseye for some more winter weather this weekend. Ugh. I'm over it, guys. I'm over it. Yes, Kat. There you go, Michelle. Sale Monday. Last one for 2 weeks because you're starting to potty train. Good for you. Well, I need to reorder some stuff, Michelle, so I will get my order together and I will just message you. All right. Couple more little things, guys. I know, I'm not saying it, but I'm holding it in between to make sure everything sticks. All right, so now we'll do our chocolate bars. The super glue companies, like this one is Gorilla Glue, they need to think of a better design because I hate wasting that last little bit on the bottom. I've even tried pouring it out of an old bottle and pouring that little bit left into like a new bottle and it just doesn't pour out. It's not liquidy enough. I don't know. What do you guys do when you get to the bottom of your super glue bottle? What do? Do you just throw it out? I hate wasting stuff, guys. I keep tipping it sideways and getting little drops on my little brush. This is one of those dual bottles, so the top comes off and it works as just a regular applicator, meaning you don't have to use the brush. So maybe if I do that, I can get it out. Yep, got it, Michelle, makes sense. So if you don't use the brush, you can take the top off and just use it. Maybe I should try that, guys, and leave it tipped upside down with the top on and then take the top off, and maybe that last little bit will come to the top and I'll be able to get it out. I'll try that, guys, and I'll let you know. If you guys are already doing that, if I'm slow on the uptake, let me know. I just realized that. Sometimes, guys, I surprise myself. Yeah, I'll send you, I need some more gumdrops. I think I need some more candy corn. I need some more cupcake liners. Yeah, I'll look at my stash and see. Maybe some more snowflakes. I'll look at my stash and see what I need. She's my dealer. The packages come and my husband grabs them a lot of times because I think he's nosy and he wants to see like what I'm ordering. He's like, oh, your crack is here from your dealer. That's what he says. We shouldn't say that on Facebook, guys. My 3D printed items have arrived from my supplier. There. Yeah. I have, hold on. Let me put the glue on this and I'll show you what I use, Michelle. I have something that works on my craft table for me. That's why I haven't. I know you offer them, but that's why I haven't gotten one from you. Hold on. Let me just glue this last one. Yeah, it does. It does get thick. And I don't know why, Sam. Mine could have a little bit of glitter in it because I use so much. But I'm going to try that because I hate to waste any. Super glue is really expensive, guys. All right, there. That one's done. Boom. I'm just rattling through things today, guys. Rattling through. All right, I'm going to put this off to the side. I cannot believe there's only 10 minutes left. Let's bring these guys over. Original Daphne shipped out to her new owner, Jenna, today. I got orders for 2 more after I made original Daphne. So I want to add some diamond dust to her face and her arms like I did for original. This is what I have, Michelle, on my table. Aqua, because aqua's my color. And I have my glues, I have my oil, I have my tweezers and toothpicks, I have my super glues and E6000s. This is what I use. It does not hold the bottles upside down like your holder, but I keep my glue bottles pretty much filled to the top. I have the larger ones in my closet. And when it gets down to like a quarter, I refill it right away. So when I tip my bottle upside down to get glue out, it pretty much comes out right away all the time. So I don't have that problem. She does make the ribbon candy. Rose impression cutters, nice, very nice. All right, so let's bring the diamond dust over. I can't believe how quick the hour went, guys. We've just been crafting and chatting. Crafting and chatting. Time flies when you're having fun. So these are workers are working next door. These are the little Daphne snow ladies with the no bodies. I made one live for the Crafty Friends group, and then I got orders for 2 more. I I don't think I can make any more because I don't have any more of these pink boots. I think I only had 3 or 4 of them. They're so cute, right, Sam? They have no bodies. It's just the boots, and then I put the head on, and then the arms, and then when you add the scarf, it makes her look like she has a body. Then I did the brim of the hat in foam clay to camouflage the, I pinned the fabric hat on to the styrofoam head, and then I put the foam clay brim, and I did the pinch and pull. I did this for Crafty Friends, guys. So if you like her and you want to see how I made her, you can go back and watch the replay. And then she's gonna go on a snowflake base. I'm gonna put Candyland foam beads in there. This is still drying. It's still pretty wet. And then she's gonna hold a candy cane in her hands, like that. So these will be sitting, I'm gonna finish them, and they'll be sitting off to the side for a few more days to dry really good. And then they'll be shipping off to their new homes. But I did want to add some diamond dust. When I did the one for Jenna, I added diamond dust to her little face and her little arms, and it looked so cute. They're doing something with a drill, like right here. That's why you hear Bailey losing her mind. They're finishing up this house, so they're doing all the last minute, all the final stuff. They can't even pour the concrete for the driveway, guys, because it's too cold. It's too cold. It's too cold. All right, I'm going to be careful. I don't want to get any of this glue on the brim nor on her scarf. I know, Bailey. I know. I'm going to be really careful. I don't want to get any of it on her eyes. I'm just going to take my time. So time's gonna run out. Next up in our lineup today is our fearless leader, Kim. Kim's Gifts and Decor at 4 o'clock. So we'll hop over to her page, see what she has in store to share with us today. I'm sure it's gonna be something super cute. She makes the cutest things. Snowflake cutter. I do not remember where I got that. Bailey, shh, shh, shh. I don't remember. I've had that in my stash for the longest time. That large snow. Shh, stop. I couldn't even tell you where it's from, Angel. Maybe Target years ago. Shh, I know. Because before I became a designer with foam clay, guys, I made the royal iced cookies. The sugar cookies with all the decorative royal icing. I did those for years. So I had lots and lots and lots of cookie cutters in my stash. And now I don't do the cookies anymore. So I have kind of adopted all of my cookie cutters and brought them over for crafting. Since I'm not using them for cookies anymore, I'm using them for crafting. Okay. I'm being very careful on her face. I don't want to mess up her cute cheekers, the shadowing. So I'm just like dabbing it. I'm not dragging the glue through. And this is still wet. I'm handling it, but I probably shouldn't. It's still wet. All right. A little bit on the back here, just a little bit. And smooth it out. And I don't need 100% full coverage. I just want the illusion of sparkle on her face. Okay? Bring our diamond dust over. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And I'm just gonna liberally sprinkle it over her face and her nose, and wherever I put the glue, it will stick. And then I'm gonna do her arms, and then I'll do it again on the second one. She's so cute, you guys. Okay. Give her a little tap. All right, I see right up top here. I didn't do any glue right there. I want to add some glue right there. Hopefully that was enough. Let's see. Yeah, perfect, perfect. I know, Bailey, I know. How dare they make all of those noises right next to your house? How dare they? The men, they're cuckoo crazy, aren't they? All right, and I got a little speck of something in my diamond dust that I want to pull out of there before my glue dries. Looks like a tiny little bit of glitter, like regular glitter. Okay, that looks so cute, guys. So I'll do the same to her little arms. Just a little bit on her little arms. She's a frosty girl. And then her hat is slouchy. It hangs over like that. Okay. And just a tiny little bit on one of her arms. Be careful because I don't want to get it on her scarf or her boots. We just want a little bit of sparkle. Bailey, stop. The friends don't want to hear you. I know, I know, I know. Thank you, Heidi, and you too. All right, there's one of her little arms, sparkly, and I'll do the other arm, and then I'll come and do the second one. I will have to wait probably 2 more days until the snowflakes are dry enough for me to attach the body to the snowflake because this isn't super heavy, but it's heavy enough. The snowflakes are still wet. I don't want them to sink into it, so I'll let it dry. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I will be back live Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern for the Pink Frosting Divas. Until then, have a great weekend. If you're getting snow, stay warm, stay safe, and love you all. Bye, guys.